What's up, everyone? Matt back for more real reviews. That's right, I got two for you today, but the one I'm here to talk to you about right now, honestly, kind of a bit of a shock to me because if I'm being honest, I'm not the biggest Wes Anderson fan. I have respected his style, but none of his movies have ever really just like, wow, this is great. It's like, okay, this is pretty to look at. I don't know how I feel. It's either you like it or you don't like it, and you're somewhere in the middle. And I'm realistically somewhere in the middle, but lean a lot towards not as much of a fan. But I do respect his work. However, with Asteroid City, I finally found a film of his that I enjoyed. It's funny, it's charming, and the bit of kind of existential dread that you get from it is realistically part of its charm. I saw this actually about 2 weeks ago. But I've for movies like this, I tend to try to save the reviews for the weekend of. And it's just expanding wide right now, and I didn't know what to think going into this film because I just know how I personally thought about Wes Anderson. This was the first time I felt myself and heard myself laughing throughout most of it. Scarlett Johansson and Jason Schwartzman are just amazing. The younger children or teens that they have in it are great also. And Tom Hanks playing Jason Schwartzman's father-in-law was funny. So it's this weird story where it's about a play that takes place in Asteroid City, but we're seeing it as a film, and all these characters are actually so you're seeing the actual play happen for the most part, along with the behind the scenes, and that's it takes a minute to get used to, but it's part of the fun. And then you have Bryan Cranston just kind of giving the background on how the play came to be and certain things, and it's it's weird. It's really a trip. But throughout all of it, when you're paying attention to the story that the play is telling, and just going back and forth between the two, you have a good idea of the film's message. And it's whether it be Woodrow and all these little brainiacs, Woodrow being Brainiac himself, that's his little nickname, or the other kids who each made their own machines, and this weird happenstance that I'm not gonna go into full spoilers, but something happens that makes all of them trapped in this little asteroid city, this quaint little town in the desert that had this military presence and so on and so forth, that causes them to have to stay, and how everyone handles it. All of that was just so fun and cool, and made it such an enjoyable time in the theater, even for someone who doesn't really care for Wes Anderson films like myself. It felt accessible. It didn't feel too highbrow. It felt like what someone who doesn't really care for Wes Anderson kind of needed to get themselves to maybe explore his catalog a bit more and give things other chances. Hint, hint, that was me. So if I'm going to rate Asteroid City out of 5, it's a 4 out of 5. I mean, there are certain Wes Andersonisms that still didn't really sit with me or hit me how they would other people, but I still ultimately had a good time in the theater. I saw it with Nick, who's a big Wes Anderson fan, and unfortunately he couldn't be here with me to do this review. But I really dug it. So Asteroid City, if you've seen it already, because it was a limited release in major cities last week. Let me know in the comments, what did you think? If you haven't seen it and you plan on seeing it this weekend, let me know in the comments. After you've seen it, let me know if it interests you, all that. So be sure to check that out. But also, in about an hour or two, be sure to check out my review for No Hard Feelings, the latest rom-com from Jennifer Lawrence. Yeah, that was an interesting premise. And also, Monday, I know I've kept pushing this one back, but Monday, my review for Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, that drops. I'm really excited to share my thoughts on that with you and get that out to you guys. But with that being said, be sure to check out everything we're doing over here at Watt Real Entertainment, whether that be Watt Gaming, which is our Twitch channel. Taylor has been doing a fantastic job with that. Connor and I jump in and stream when we can. So go to our Twitch. The Twitch is literally twitch.tv/WattRealEnt, spelled just like right there, and see all the things we're streaming, whether that be Resident Evil, WWE 2K, NBA 2K, all of those options. Be sure to check them out. And also, just remember to like, subscribe, and comment on everything we do over here at Watt Real Entertainment. It means a lot. I know content has been up and down. Life gets busy. I'm sorry about that. I can only do so many reviews and reactions. Hopefully some more of us will get involved in that soon. So we'll see what happens. But until then, folks, signing off, I am Matt, and this was another Real Review.